morning, everyone. Welcome to join the AeyeQ Europe webinar. This is Michelle from Optix. And today we are pleased to have Ricardo and Stefan from the AeyeQ. So who will give the presentation later about the Edge AI solutions and how it will help to improve the efficiency of the operations in different use cases. So maybe I will give Ricardo a self-introduction about yourself.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to start by saying 5,000. This is the average number of yearly accidents on railway crossings. So my name is Ricardo Santos. I have 8 years experience in IT consultancy and 3 years of experience within the security sector. I have a passion for building relationships, smart cities, and ethical AI. I work at AeyeQ as a business developer and would like to present to you how, together with Network Optix, we have brought enhanced safety to the railway system of a major country in Europe.
Okay.
But before that, I will present AeyeQ and our products and solutions. So, AeyeQ is part of the NVIDIA Inception program, and we offer object detection solutions deployable on the edge. In a world full of complex interactions, we bring the power of artificial intelligence to your operations and strengthen your flexibility and competitiveness. We automate business routines with smart surveillance solutions that allow you to focus on strategic activities, while the AI does the rest. Ultimately, our mission and vision is to democratize AI solutions and to make them accessible for companies and end users of every size. In addition to that, we're a team of international talents that works together to bring safety to the normal day-to-day life, always remaining ethical. So here is the agenda for today. We're going to discuss about our products and solutions, NX Witness, and we have a spot for Q&A. All right, so AeyeQ products and services. Quoting Alan Kay, an early visionary of computer science, people who are serious about software should make their own hardware. And we are both serious about software and hardware. Our offering combines edge computing, deep learning, and privacy by design. With edge computing, we provide mobility and cost-effective solutions that are GDPR compliant and that provide real-time data. Combined with deep learning, this solution is essentially the answer for security, safety, and operations. As mentioned earlier, we're an ethical AI company, and therefore we have designed our devices for privacy. With this, I mean that we protect people's identities, but not by not doing facial recognition. I would also like to add that we do not design applications or devices that can be applicable in warfare or hunting. In other words, our technology is meant to augment humans' lives, not to deter it. I will start by presenting the Augur Spectre. So the Augur Spectre is an autonomous vision hardware that is available with up to 2 machine vision sensors, where you can combine an RGB sensor with a thermal. The NVIDIA GPUs on board give the freedom to solve complex analytical algorithms. And as for any GPU, heating may happen. But in order to counter this, we have developed an in-house smart cooling system, which provides a stable performance at any time. The Augur Spectre is an easy-to-install system that can flexibly be mounted on different surfaces and that can be adjusted to any scenarios. As for the Visionaire, on the right side, this potent edge device creates a powerful link between IP cameras and deep learning software that opens doors to new opportunities for AI solutions. The device has the capability to plug in up to 4 different IP cameras and supports H.264 video formats and even H.265. This literally means that these IP cameras can be converted into AI edge solutions. I give you now some time to go through our specs about the AeyeQ Spectre. During this time, I also would like to have the pleasure to announce that since its launch in June, the AeyeQ Spectre has already been awarded with an European Product Design Award. On this slide, you can see the different NVIDIA Jetsons that are available and some other specs as well with the AeyeQ Spectre. And I would like to point out as well that the device has 4G or 5G connectivity, together with Ethernet and some other characteristics as well. Similarly, the Vision Air has access to 4G or 5G connectivity and is equipped with a 24-volt passive PoE, so power over Ethernet, that will power up the 4 IP cameras connected to it. Give you some extra time to look into it. Yeah. So now I would like to show you where we are heading. I'm going to start playing a small video. Oh. Doesn't seem to be playing. Here, maybe. Okay, I'm guessing that I'm having some issues with the video now. Okay, well, then we will skip the video and then maybe afterwards I can also share it with you guys. So this was basically a video about the company and in which we are also presenting the AI store to the public. So the future for AeyeQ is to be involved in the deployment of different AI solutions, AI pipelines. So the AI store is an AI platform with smart surveillance solutions that is compatible with any Jetson device. With this platform, we want to democratize AI solutions for companies of all sizes and bring technology power to their operational processes. Our platform uses deep learning and edge computing techniques to provide high accuracy detection results and give timely triggers about unwanted events on a location. The iStore is an automation platform that outsources artificially intelligent daily tasks and that optimizes businesses' resources to focus on strategic activities. AeyeQ gained in-depth expertise in smart surveillance projects across Europe and has already developed multiple safety solutions to customers that require the implementation of artificial intelligence, but that do not have the appropriate hardware to execute the needed detections. So in this platform, you will be able to find pre-trained AI pipelines that cover a variety of detections. It goes from humans, objects, animals, and then you can also detect the size, weights, directions, and actions. For basically abnormal behavior detection, you can say that. In the AI store, you will find our in-house pipelines and also third-party ones. So we are working together with some software companies as well to deploy and then to have different types of solutions so that we can have a variety of solutions for our customers. So now that we've spoken about AeyeQ and the future of AeyeQ, I'm going to discuss and I'm going to present to you the way that we are integrating network optics with our hardware and software solutions. So to start, we are using the computational power of our NVIDIA Jetson devices to their fullest. How is NX helping us with that, you may be thinking? Well, We run the NX meta server as well as the inference container for object detection tasks on our AeyeQ Spectre or Visionaire. With the NX metadata SDK, we develop AI plugins that do the data acquisition, pre and post processing of raw frames, as well as generating events and overlaying results. In our integration, we separate the AI inference tasks from the AI plugin. The latter only establishes a connection with the Docker container where we set an isolated environment for the deep learning framework. From that moment on, the object detection algorithm will analyze the image and sends the metadata back to the server. I'm now going to show you some examples on how the power of combining our technology with the network Optix looks like. So this slide includes the initialization settings. This is where we define the image resolution to be passed on the computer vision model. In other words, we define the input stream as high or low quality. We also set the hyperparameters and weights to be used. This offers the user the ability to choose between different applications. On the next slide, you can see the section that allows you to refine the prediction process. For example, the user can tune the number of frames to be skipped or the number of images to be saved. These options help our clients debug the performance of the model. The setup can be done in real time as we design the inference Docker container in a way that it can be updated on the go. Here, for example, we have an overview of the NX-Med client. Using the same architecture mentioned before, we are detecting people on a thermal device. Here we showcase our solution can run on the Jetson host device without performance boosting. The example above is utilizing only 2 cores of the Jetson NX Xavier's CPU with the GPU in the standard mode. So in this scenario, the device is not running in extreme performance. However, this can be optimized and accelerated. You can see that more on the next slide. So by boosting the GPU speed and harvesting more CPU cores, you can achieve higher throughput. In the example above, we are running the YOLO V5X, a state-of-the-art and computationally heavy object detection model. By pushing the Jetson's performance, we reached 10 detections per second at 720p frames per second. So now let's get back to my earlier statement regarding the 5,000 accidents that happen yearly at the railway road crossings. The primary cause for these accidents are traffic violations and defects in the safety equipment controlled by the railway companies. Obviously, these sort of accidents have a very high impact on many fronts, where people can find themselves in grave, fatal danger, while at the same time stopping the whole railway infrastructure, which is also going to have a high operational impact. So for this, AeyeQ created a smart vision system for effective preventive maintenance, traffic overview, and accident monitoring. Our solution comprises a Visionaire, 2 Hanwha IP cameras, and a few wireless sensors for sound and light detection. On this slide, you can see car detections plus event generations on the right side. The big black rectangles are metadata of line trespassing. So these ones here. It displays the total number of car, people, cyclists, trucks that passed each side of the railway. In this situation, there is the car detection plus the metadata, which is the black box with information about the car here. You can see the speeds and the time in zone or region. Here's the plugin overview. On this image, we are doing the same, but there are some trucks passing, and you can see that the AI is detecting that they are trucks. The situation is an example of a person crossing the railway. And here, moving as well a bit towards the operations, you can see that the barrier is down, and the events on the side indicate the live status of the barrier, for example. As you can see, with the help of network optics, our smart systems recognizes the position of the barriers, detects the malfunctioning equipment, so the light and the sound. So if when the barrier is closing, you have the sounds that you have a sort of an alarm, and you have the lights, the red lights that are turning on to be sure that it warns people not to cross. And with this, we actually reach a 99% accuracy rate. This is done with wireless sensors that are solar powered and connected to the AI Edge device and sending signals whenever something isn't working according to plan. In summary, our cameras analyze data in real time and provide critical information quickly to the control room. Besides being a great solution for clients, this multisensory solution is also adaptable to all railway crossings. In this use case, combining network optics with AeyeQ tech allowed us to deliver the following: automating the preventive maintenance, decrease the number of accidents, discourage risky behavior, give traffic statistics, and all of it running on the edge. And now we have some time for the Q&A, in which I will have my colleagues, Gilles and Gijs, helping to answer to any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you so much, Ricardo, for the presentations. It's indeed, we see how powerful the AeyeQ assistant can be, that they are able to really integrate the optics, our softwares installed on the JSON devices and work together to try to provide really instant analytics and try to make the system more powerful. And there's a question from our customer. They want to know more about your business strategies. How would you like to work in terms of system integrator, distributor? And also, you just show about an app about how to configure, use your devices. So how it also works for the different level of customers. Can you give some more information about that?
Yes, so at the moment we are working on a project-based way. So we are being involved with system integrators that will have some requirements, so they can come to us, and then afterwards we can also provide a solution. We are developing some of our own AI analytics ourselves, and we are also collaborating with different companies that are doing this. Eventually, we are going to work as well through distribution as well. We are in discussions with some distributors around the Benelux and as well the rest of Europe. In that way, we are going to have an indirect sales channel, but that means that for now, we are like in contact as well directly with system integrators and end users, and establish the different connections depending on the case, on the case and the use case for the project. On the long run, of course, then people may purchase one of our devices or even a JSON device, and then they will be able to download, upload our containers, our models into their devices through our app, basically. That's basically something that can be done like that. Would you like to add something, guys?
No, that for me that was a real clear explanation of what the business strategy is at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thanks. So I see that there is another question as well.
Yes.
So for the train monitoring, we were using one single camera only? No. So we were using a Visionaire, so our device that can be plugged, that can have up to 4 different IP cameras connected to it. And we used the 2 IP cameras from Hanwha that were connected to it, and then afterwards it was possible to run the analytics through this. So on the Visionaire, the stream was going towards the Visionaire, and then afterwards the Visionaire would treat this. But I think that in this situation,
Yes.
then it's well for my colleagues to answer.
Yes, so to be more exact, so we use 2 IP cameras, whereas one is actually like the overview camera, which we saw in the clips of Ricardo. And this is used for all object detection purposes. So with one camera, we can detect the trains. So with one camera in the Visionaire, let's say it like this, we can detect the trains, the persons, the cars. But we added another camera to also include LPR, so license plate recognition with deep learning. So in this way, we could combine, for instance, we could add extra information to the equation to see, let's say, if there are things going wrong or if there are violations, people can go back on seeing which license plates they were involved in this kind of in this kind of accidents or violations. So that answers a bit more thoroughly that question, I think. I also see that there is another
Like
question
list
coming.
the camera, or is it any
Yes.
like minimum requirement for the cameras to make this kind of like analytics?
So this depends a bit on the application where it's used. I can say that at the moment we are using the mostly just the IP in the train. Let's say for the train example, we use the normal EIP cams of Hanwha, which is a 4K camera running at 30 frames per second, and also the LPR camera is a full HD camera which runs on higher FPS because yeah, we need to have more frames to detect the LPR, so the license plate. So, but like a real support list is still something we're working on internally. But if there are questions straight to us, you can always make contact and we can advise you in which kind of situations you could use which a certain type of camera.
Okay,
yes, but if I'm not mistaken, basically you could use any type of IP camera and then you would be able to process it. Of course, just
yes.
The higher specs, the better image quality, and then you can do more.
So yeah. you could connect every IP camera, but for doing deep learning purposes, some type of cameras will have better performance than others. So, but to have more information on that, you can always make contact, and we will advise you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Right.
I'm not quite sure if you have further questions. Please just feel free to type your questions on our Q&A session. Maybe, yeah, sometimes people are just a little bit shy, so I'm just waiting for if there is a further question coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, one way or the other, feel free as well to reach out to me. I'm going to share my email account on the next slide as well. And can always contact me via LinkedIn or through Network Optix. They can also give you all the information required as well to reach out to me. So no problem with that.
Okay, so apart from the like railway applications, can you share more about the other vertical market that the customer use your analytics solutions for the other purpose?
Excuse me, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, apart from like the railway solution, the railway application that we just shared about, can you share more about the usage cases with your solutions?
Yes, so we have some other situations, some other use cases that we can use that we are working on. For example, we are also looking into retail, in which we are doing abnormal behavior detection. So someone is behaving a bit strangely, and then you can create some triggers that can be through actions and some different things that the person is doing. And same thing can be applied as well within the banking industry. So we can do the detection together with the thermal device and the RGB of the spectre, the Augur spectre. It will be possible to do some detection of basically a big bottle of gas that may be put close to an ATM. So we can do some preventive, detecting, be preventive towards some sort of attack that may happen. So that's what we can do as well with that. But it can be applied in a lot of different things. With some, for example, traffic control, do the people counting, just like we can do it on a railway. So we want to participate as well in a lot of different types of industries, such as smart cities. We have an example, for example, where you can, with the truck, like, for example, we can think about a truck that is picking up paper, and then afterwards, when it's unloading the paper into the truck, we are using a sensor, which is actually from a different of our devices. The Augur vehicle is still a prototype, we're still developing it. But basically, it's set up over there in a way to detect if there's any other types of objects that go into the truck. And then that way you can do a preventive as well, maintenance or control of the content in there, so that you need to check before sending everything to recycle. So then you know that you can do that. And this is a way of optimizing as well the operations of such a solution. I'll say it like that.
Okay.
But I mean, basically, whatever that you can imagine, if it's something that can be simplified, like from human tasks, that's something that we can work on.
Yeah. Okay, got it. It's quite diverse in terms of applications. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, we don't have further questions at the moment. But just in case, like Ricardo said, just in case you have further questions, or when you comes to a project and you are looking for some like analytics solutions that you are not able to find the ready to go solution in the market, you might contact AeyeQ as well for the further discussions, so they are able to provide more custom solutions for the customers.
Yeah. I would like to maybe try to share the video this time, just because like it didn't work previously, so maybe I'll try it now to see if it works. I don't know what happened, but let's see if I make it happen now. Yeah, let's see what the problem was. Let's try to do this quickly. Apparently, in this document, it wasn't working well. So, but I have it in another one, and it should be possible to make it happen. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
So Ricardo, we can see your video. It's now it's in the whole blue.
Yeah, there's a small video now that you can see just basically about the AeyeQ.
We see a blue screen, Ricardo?
Yeah, we see the blue
you see
screen.
a blue screen. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not able to see your video. Can you?
No, that's not very practical like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that I don't know why it's not working. Normally, I should. Oh, because I stopped sharing the screen, I think. Let's see. Screen sharing. This one. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
it works now.
now it should work. Okay, let's see. Sorry about that. A small technical issue, which is rather normal in a webinar.
Is there any audio with the video?
Is there no audio?
Yeah, I believe maybe because you are wearing the headset, so we are not able to see the audio.
I see. Okay. Then I will share the video, and then afterwards we can share it with everyone. Maybe that's also the best way to do it. I don't think it's working. So maybe I'll just skip all the way to the last slide. There we are. And we have the information, our contact information. I think that for now, I will try to share afterwards a video because I'm wearing the headset. It's not working.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, or maybe actually, I believe a customer can also find video on your website about the introduction of AeyeQ as well. And just in case any of you who want to like review this video again afterwards, we will also publish these recordings on our NX official YouTube. So you are able to see it and find our contact or further information on it. So if you don't have further questions, then thank you so much for your joining, and we hope you enjoy the webinar and found it more informative. So thank you so much, and we wish you have a nice day.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much as well. And don't hesitate to follow us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you soon.
Bye.